Yes, people, I can't believe I'm saying this, but what a win. In all honesty, I have to be truthful. I did not expect us to come back from this one and win. And lo and behold, I'm happy. Crystal Palace, they did not try to defend after we equalized. Still, they played with belief. You could say they played with the belief that they can actually beat us at home, and that helped us. I'm glad they didn't decide to defend it. So I'm happy that you are as happy as I am. And if you're happy, people keep dropping the likes on the stream and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It turned out the manager knew exactly why he left Gallagher on the pitch. He played, he needed maybe the spirit that we saw from Conor Gallagher. Boy, he did not disappoint. Jerry out, Gallagher in. Jerry, one thing I have to tell you is this: in most cases you're actually correct, but I need you to learn to stick to whatever you mean you want to say. Don't let anybody persuade you to do otherwise. Jerry Poch, Jerry out, Poch in. Let's see. Got away with it in the end, and happy we won. And I'm happy he didn't take off Gallagher because I'm going to be truthful with you. I wasn't happy that he stayed on and Madrid was taken off. It turned out it was a good decision by the manager. But 3 points, and I think we're not far away from sixth place. And that's it's a huge blessing. So 14 wins in a row, and they haven't won any against us. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Gallagher with two excellent goals, not basic goals actually, well taken goals. Goals he took with conviction, and yeah, he put them away. The first one, especially, what a performance from Gallagher. Gallagher, 2 goals, good finishes and positioning, but rest of game, he did not do much. I don't care much about what he did in the rest of the games. I'm just happy he took the goals and took them beautifully well, and we've won. And had it not been for his performance on the day, you could argue that we could have lost. I'll just take that. Long may that continue, in my opinion. Let's see, Vic is in the house. Hold that, all you Gallagher haters. Slug it out with you better slug it out with Constantine Dante in there. Big up Jerry, big up everyone in the house. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go along. If you're happy, just drop the like on the stream. Let's celebrate this one. It's a win. I don't think I'm in the mood to talk about what the manager got wrong and what he got right today. Because no matter how you see it, we won by 3 goals to 1, and we were a goal down. I think a lot of people were giving credit, and I give him credit for making the changes he made. But Gusto on the day for me, what a player. Poch out is delusional at this point. It's obvious the boys needed time and consistency. I agree, but I have a lot of questions. But I'm not going to go about, you can say, the streets naked or with a placard saying Poch out. And I'll explain why I say I think I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's just enjoy the win. As long as Jerry is in, I don't mind Punch out. Let's see what else we have here. Vic, you obviously are somewhat blind and biased. Let him speak. We're all entitled to our respective opinions on my hand. I have started a channel, so I cannot support Poch too much together to Dante's of this world. Wow, what a way to put it. Is Kachila coming back, or is he? No, I'm here. Yeah, it wasn't a continuous stream. It was more, the halftime show was for the members only, and this one is for everybody there. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 12 likes, and we're just 5 minutes into the show. We should be doing much better than 12 likes. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Big up Vic. In all honesty, Gallagher was having a bad game. But the ghost, wow, perfect. Yeah, but in such situation, I think we should respect him. It doesn't matter how bad he played before he got those 2 goals. That's how I want to see it. He got the job done for us. You could say he single-handedly won us the game because those we were expecting to perform, they didn't show up, in my opinion. So I give him the credit there. The Palmer move met the winner very late, but at least it was done. Yeah, I'm happy. Listen, I'm going to say this. I already said Poch out, but I'm going to explain myself. I will not be going about with a placard streaming Poch out, Poch out. If he improves, if he keeps learning from the mistakes he's made, I will take it because my club will be doing well at the same time. You sent me the link. Was it to you? I did send it. I sent the link to the group. Yep, you should see it there. Yep. I think you should see it there, and that's the correct link. Yeah. Yep, yeah, let's see. Big up, coach. I am glad we won, but some old nonsense. The players, a Simpach again, a sack Pochettino. Here's the thing. I'm not going to be screaming sack him right now. Let's talk about the game, and that's why we're here. Yeah, the stadium. I think DJ may have been at the game. I'm not too sure. I don't hate Poch, but you must. Here's the thing. Let's be try and be as objective as possible. No need hitting on the manager today. I think he did well, in my opinion, and I'm going to leave it at that. JC, I did not go. Let's see anything else. Indeed, Poch was rescued. If that's how you want to see it, Palace must be regretting putting that song at halftime. That's the thing. That's funny. I was listening to it. Don't worry. That's the Bob Marley song. I don't want to sing it right now to not get into trouble. Yeah, I think they must regret it. So maybe the plan was to play that song because they have you can say three of their most creative players out, most important players out, one a defender, two midfielders out. Yeah, maybe they're playing that for their fans, and yeah, it worked for us. And our fans, they sang the song. What I think they started singing the song the moment we got the equalizing goal. So I'm happy. Yeah, good option, good choice of song. Took him long enough to make changes, but at least he made it at halftime and waited even long. Here's the thing: I'm gonna take the win, and I'm here to talk about the win. I'm more than happy up the Charles, and that's my bro right there. Much love to you, Anyong. Nice to see you. We'll talk later. But I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Chelsea defenders play the ball too much at the back instead of pushing forward. I don't know. Why do you think that's the case? Can you elaborate? Explain why you think that was the case. But what a win this is. Yeah, I wasn't happy, but sure enough, we got a win. And yeah, I must say, but I was so furious. I wasn't, but even had we lost the game, I wasn't going to go out screaming punch out, but I was going to give give him some sticks with regards to areas where I think he made the wrong changes and all that. I will shamelessly enjoy this win. Oh yeah, all week because who knows when the next one will come. And we've won two in a row, two good wins in a row. In my opinion, I'm very happy for the win. And Paul Christian Hadzi, I appreciate you saying that. Congratulations, big brother at JC. Congratulations to all of us, all Jerry. Yeah, I guess I need to unsubscribe from Insana. Go ahead, hold everyone, hold that, Jerry. Mauricio Pochettino, yeah, what a win. I'm happy we won, more importantly. But we'll look at the numbers and talk about individual performances. Gallagher didn't start well, but he finished well, and that's all that matters for me. I don't care, and you can't argue. We were lucky the manager didn't take him off. And in all honesty, before Nani Madueke was taken off, he was more better rated. He had a better rating than Conor Gallagher at the time, but the manager trusts him. And I've always said this: if you're not paying attention, then you will not by now know that Gallagher is the manager's most important player, no matter how good you think he is. That's how I want to say it. Nightbot does not like Pochettino, definitely an Arsenal fan. Let's see, who is Mauricio Pochettino in that chat? I'm not sure who changed his name to that. I've tried to find out who that is, and why is Nightbot deleting people's messages? And sorry, Siaka from South Africa, apologies that Nightbot deleted your message, and that's because you're not a moderator yet. So be careful how many emojis you use at the same time. Just use 3 emojis and you'll be all right. Do not use more than 3. I think the limit is 3. Thanks to the ref as well. We need more VAR malfunctions and songs. Here's the thing. I'm going to stick with the song. I think you're referencing the incident. You could argue could have been a penalty. Could have gone either way. But thank goodness I didn't give that, because had they scored a second, you could argue, yeah, I don't know whether I would be able to come back from that. But I'll take it. It doesn't matter. You need luck every now and then. And Siaka, South Africa, well done to the whole Chelsea FC team, the players. That was a quality, great football. Viva, I wouldn't say great football, but I would say I love the character. And if we talk about the character of the team today, one player comes to mind, and that's Conor Gallagher. I get it, he didn't start well, but he finished well. And single-handedly, in my opinion, helped us win that game. And I have to be honest, I don't like to lie when it comes to, again, stating my opinion. I was furious that anonymity was taken off and he stayed on. Lo and behold, the manager knew exactly what he was doing. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Let's see. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's go. Gallagher haters cry more. Anything else? Great day, lads. A great day indeed. We won. We won. And if Adebayo would join the stream and not say anything negative, just enjoying the win. Let's talk about the win. Let's not talk about anything. Yeah, it wasn't a perfect game, but boy, we won and by 2 goals. Yeah, we won by 2 goals. One cancels as one. Cancels out one, if that's how you want to say it. Let's enjoy the win and not be negative about it. Let's see, where did these dead lions come from? Let's see what else we have here. We move. It's as simple as that. We take the win and we move. Whether you like the manager or not, Chelsea is the entity you support, and I'll keep supporting my club. And I'm happy we won. An emotional roller coaster. Yeah, I was furious. At the same time, wasn't too sure what to think. I was my thinking was that Palace will start defending deep, and the most we could get out of the game would be a draw. I didn't know we had other plans, and Conor Gallagher specifically had other plans. The Chelsea better sell him by morning, or otherwise I'm gonna riot, right? Coach, I had checked out of the game during the first half. Then Conor Gallagher scored, and I came back. 2 goals, 2 excellent, 2 deliciously taken goals. You don't see that every day. And believe me, I'm glad he stayed on. We won the match. Yep, United way. I'll take it. It doesn't matter whose way it was. He finished very well indeed, but give their due to Palmer and Enzo. It doesn't matter. Those guys that with the assist, they did well. And boy, I'm going to say I'm happy with Saint Malo. Just what a player. There's magic, if that's what you want to feel like. A sweet comeback win with a perfect music supplied by the Palace. Yeah, DJ. That was weird because, yeah, there's no way I'd hear that if I was a Chelsea fan or a Chelsea player and feel bad. Yeah, it gave me hope. I have to be honest. Yeah. But at one point I said, just a song anyway, but how ironical. But Poch is not the ideal coach for this team. The coach now, coach. Yeah, I know what you mean, but Moku no go there. Just be nice to the man for once. Indeed, let's see what else we have here. To be honest, Manchester United has won half of their games this season in similar fashion. So let's not be too critical. After all, most important are the results for now. And I don't know. I'm just asking. Has there been such a similar situation this season where we were behind and ended up winning the game? I don't know, but I'm taking this. Whether this is the first or the second, I'm taking this. 14 wins in 14 meetings against Crystal Palace. That's not easy. I was concerned that most definitely Charity FC was set in and will end up losing the game, but I'm glad we won. And Gallagher, yep, I'm going to repeat myself again. He didn't start well, but he finished well. That's all that matters. The key to the formation is the front four pressing consistently. You cannot take your foot off the pedal. At one point, we were very lethargic. It didn't help. But in the second half, I think we were much better than we were in the first half. All right, noted about using too much emojis, but I'm glad that Chelsea FC won. Viva the Blues. Thank you so much for paying attention to what I said to you. Let's hear you. Phil, you joined the panel before we bring on DJ. Let's hear you. What do you make of the game? How did we pull off this one? To me, we showed character, and that's important. That's you can say part of the growth. Learning how to react to such a situation, learning how to react to going a goal down. That's not easy. Getting such reaction from such young players, you can say, isn't easy. But let's hear you, Phil. Let's hear you. What do you make of the game overall before we get to DJ?
To be honest, coach, I'm buzzing right now. I am very happy that we won. Of course, I wouldn't be saying the same thing with the first half that I saw. It was horrendous. It was really horrible. We only had one shot in just
I nearly
the
slept
whole
off.
45 minutes. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
like I had checked out, to be honest. I had checked out. I was so angry and I was fuming because I just didn't understand what was happening and how we were playing. Because the way we're playing, we were slow. The same thing we talked about before that. For me personally, I don't usually like Thiago Silva playing at the back because he makes us sluggish and slow. Because the way we'll start passing a bit slow, and that's usually something which affects us when we want to do mostly like a fast-paced game. We can't actually do that, and also the fact that Caicedo had to come back and track back for him to play almost like another CB. That's not how he's playing. He's supposed to play as a midfielder so that at least he plays like that. But the way he was playing, I wasn't impressed at all. I don't know, maybe it's the way they were set up with the coach, but that first half was really horrible. But seeing our players actually playing, much more better in the second half and putting a bit of pressure, it's something which makes me happy because,
Mhm.
of course, we scored 2 goals in like after 90 minutes. But the fact that we won the game, that's something which is enough for us to actually say that it's a positive. At least now we have won the game, we've gained a bit of points. We go ahead and play City during the weekend. We produce some results. Who knows? Probably by the end of the weekend, we have actually, gone up probably to seventh. Who knows? But the way that they play today, it's not enough for me to actually say that we might have a chance versus City, because if you look at how City are playing right now, they are looking scary because Haaland coming back as well as De Bruyne actually being there as well. That makes their team much more
Mhm.
scarier because it's much more easier for Haaland to just score. And with the way that our team is playing right now, it's no, okay. The thing is, coach, I don't want to be very, very negative right now, but I just want us to celebrate the win
All
and
right.
just forget about it.
Let's celebrate. Let me catch up with the chat. I'll come back to you in a bit. When I come back from the chat, let's give those in the chat the microphone. Then I'll come back to the panel. We'll hear DJ speak, and then I'll come back to you in the next one. Vic, indeed, just having a conversation with Vic there. The key is Poch setting up properly from the start. I think he did. Did we do anything differently from the way we played throughout the game before this one? I'm not too sure, really. The moment that Gallagher stops running mad, he starts scoring goals. So 2 games, 3 goals in total. Excellent. And that backs up the argument I've always been making. Whether you like him or not, he's been one of our best performers so far this season. Second game in a row, eat, pray, and ball. I like that name, EPB. That's actually on his DP there. He says the second game in a row that Gallagher is finishing his chances. I wanted him benched despite his work rate, but good for him. It's about time, and I like it that the fact you recognize that he's done well, even though you wanted him bench and you're giving him his flowers. So that's respect for you, EPB. There, not sitting down watching from bench. No involving or in-game adjustments. I still have a lot of questions, but I want to celebrate this win. I don't want to fight with anybody about what we didn't do right. The first half was trash, but let's ignore it for the moment. Yeah, that's the point, and I'm gonna applaud you for that. Let's enjoy the win. In all honesty, that's what we should do. Yeah, okay, sound good. Yep. Yeah, exactly. I want that. Let's enjoy the win. We don't need to complain. Let's enjoy the win. Portuguese game reading. You're responding to JC there. Thank you. The pride of London and of the world. London will always be blue. Well, the only London club that have won the Champions League on 2 occasions, actually. So yeah, the others they have a long way to go to catch up. So even if they win one tomorrow, we still tell them, yeah, we have two, you have one. And till I see that improving and managing players properly, Poch is not for us. Heston, I'm not going to get to the argument right now. I want to talk about this game. For me, I think this game will be a serious confidence booster for the boys. And what Bobby would say, it would do them them a world of good. They're very young, but I think they will learn from this. I think I'm ready to see Colwell and Desasi. The pairing, I don't think will be bad. It will be well. Good evening from Nigeria, Gibrish. Jibril Isa Dangwana. Yeah, Keke. Nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. We have about 50 people watching, but nearly 45% of that on Facebook, I'm guessing. But there's a secret for you. Look here. Whenever we can, we'll do a $50 giveaway. That's not what I'm looking for. We'll do a $50 giveaway for our members who are students, just to support them. And if you're a student, you could be on. You get a chance to win $50 every month. But if you win this month, you wait until for 3 months before you participate again. Poch's big day is on the 25th of February, 2024. Win, and he will continue into next season. And if he doesn't, lots of questions will be asked of him. Let's see next thing we have here. Thanks, Coach. I will use that for sure. Yep. Because I use artificial intelligence. There are variations of that copy you have. Some of them, the name spelled wrong. I think I'll send you the rest of it. You can use it for whatever you want. But that one is just brilliant because, yeah, if it was on the market, it'd be very expensive because it's carved out of wood. So I knew you'd like that. Let's see what else we have. Anything? Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with. Casado mistakes consistent. Here's the thing. I think he will overcome that. He just needs time. Again, others learning to play around him. Always be close to him. Give him multiple passing lanes so that to make it easier for him to release the ball. But that ball, in all honesty, didn't get to him. In Nigeria, we call that hospital pass. He had to stretch for it and couldn't reach for it. It wasn't. It wasn't properly. You could say. What's the language I'm looking for? It was a short pass. It didn't get to its intended destination, and he had to work for it. So in the process, lost the ball. So if you see it from only the initial angle, you'd think that he gave away the ball. I didn't think he didn't give away the ball. In all honesty, it was not Imadrika's mistakes. Poch made the right substitutions. Yeah, you have to say that. DJ, just give me a few seconds. Yeah. Anything else? My son just woke up. No sleep for another 30 minutes. Sorry about that. I hope we didn't lead to that. Thank you for that. Loving the stream. I appreciate you, Jammed. I appreciate you. Good to hear that you're enjoying the stream. Anything else we have here? Yep, you've said that before. Whenever you start that something similar, let us know. Chelsea seemed to do well today. Yeah, we did well. And that's my bro, Fairбall in the house. DJ, let's welcome you because you're a DJ. And DJ, I told you because you're a DJ in real life, you have to train me on how to time when to pull on. But let's say you DJ, what a performance! We did speak during the first half analysis, and you weren't happy. I wasn't happy. It was just Constantine Dante in the chat. We all weren't happy. But let's hear how you feel right now, and what changed. How did we win this?
I think the players took a look at themselves, and it was a rollicking from the manager really at half time. Because let's be honest, Coachella, we stunk the place out in the first half, mate. We were nowhere near the ball. We were 50. It was like we were not getting the balls. 50-50s all going to Crystal Palace. Palace wanted it more. We just showed no kind of fight or power like we saw in the Aston Villa game. And I said to you after the Aston Villa game when I came on one of the other streams, I said, as long as he sticks with the same team and goes into this Palace game via any injuries, hopefully we should do something better. And obviously we knew the injury. Obviously we knew to what's his name? Our centre back who was injured, the French defender. I'm forgetting his name now. Would you believe? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
The French. Centre back, Fofana.
Our French centre back, not Fofana. No, the other guy, the one who got injured against Aston Villa. I can't believe I've got his name at the moment. Bad days. Badiashile, yeah. I said once he gets badly injured, right? Well, obviously when he was injured, we needed to make those changes, and we did. So obviously the game started. We saw then, it was like we played in our previous games. Just didn't seem interested. And then obviously the rollicking came from the manager at half time. The players clearly looked at themselves. And I think we started the second half off well. Gallagher got his goal, and then it started going a little bit slow. and then obviously got Palmer started to light up things again, and it was his 2 passes that won us the game in the end. And obviously Enzo's 3rd goal was was absolutely excellent finish, I have to say. But yeah, I'm happy overall. I'm not going to talk about Poch out tonight. I'll leave that one for another day. I still don't think he's the guy at the moment, but he still has to prove me wrong.
Yeah,
Coachella.
that doesn't mean you should be going about
Yeah,
about your
I'm not.
business and screaming
No,
Poch
no,
out. No,
exactly.
yeah.
No. He has to still prove me wrong. And he's got a big game coming up against Manchester City on Saturday. My worry about that game now, Coachella, is the fact that we're going to be without Thiago Silva, because you know what his injury is. Possibly Corwell, because he got injured again. I don't know how bad. I know he came on again, but we don't know how bad his injury is. So we could more or less be without 3 centre-backs come that game against City on Saturday. And I hope that's not the case. All right, because we are going to be done for then. And let's be honest, Haaland's, if you watched Haaland in his last game, the guy looks like he's coming back to his scoring fest, even though he's come back from an injury. So we've got to be careful for Saturday's game. But that's for Saturday. I'm just going to enjoy this evening. We won. I'm happy. And we can all go to bed tonight feeling happy as Chelsea fans again.
When you say that Conor Gallagher single-handedly won this game, I get it. He started poorly, but he finished well. And that's all that matters.
Oh,
really.
yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, he's 2 goals.
It's not, again, I think you're well acquainted with the saying, it's not how it started, how it starts, but how it ends. And boy, he ended well.
He did. And hats off to Gallagher. As we all know, he gets a lot of slack from the Chelsea fans. And I think today he's proved why Poch does play him in the team. And even though sometimes we disagree with it all the time, him playing all the time in the team. But like you said, and we've always said this, he's been our best midfielder for this season thus far. So you can understand why Poch sticks with him. And let's see what happens now in the next game. He could end up having a complete stinking game against Manchester City, and then everyone will be back on Gallagher's back again. So let's see. I mean, let him enjoy tonight. I'm happy with the victory. That's 3 goals for him now in 2 games. So I'm happy for him, mate. Long continue.
Yeah, and I get it. He's not been perfect. But I don't know. It's sometimes people. For instance, let's talk about Constantine Dante, who's always he doesn't hate Gallagher, but he would tell you he'd rather Gallagher not playing the 10 role, which is the same argument I have. He'd rather Gallagher plays deep, clean up after everybody, which is what he does for the team. If he can do that from it. Here's the thing. I think Gallagher will actually do better if he plays in a deeper position, and we have Caicedo. If Caicedo gets the independence or freedom, if that's the language you prefer, to venture forward. But because Caicedo doesn't have the pace or the energy to operate as a traditional 6, and Constantine Dante knows that. He doesn't hate him. He just says, play him deeper, let him clean up after the other players, and let the other players have the independence or the freedom to do what like Caicedo, we can get more out of him. In the 6th role, he makes a lot of mistakes, and I don't blame him because he's more of a box-to-box midfielder, or you could say an 8, a hybrid of 8 and 6, but not the 6 and 6. And people give him 6, but even at that, he's done really well for us in the absence of our traditional 6s. I think Gallagher, he has a place in this team. I don't know how anybody sees it. We don't have any similar player, and you could argue, given the way the manager likes to approach the game, I've said this 1,000 times, he is arguably the manager's most important player. Phil, let's hear you. And before Phil speaks, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And here we have that's what was always going to happen sooner or later if you played Highline. Yeah, exactly. And it says Caicedo should have been a sub. His knee knock and looked cooked. Have no idea why he didn't sub him. I don't know. Maybe he trusts him, but I have to say I don't think he's a solution to that number 6 role. He can do more for us if he plays closer to the final third, because he can create chances too. I'm not saying he played badly today, but I think we can get more of Caicedo if he has the freedom to get closer to the final third as often as he wants to. He has good vision in terms of passing range. The defensive thing isn't 100% his 10, in my opinion. But let's hear your feel. What do you make of the argument that Gallagher playing deeper and freeing Caicedo to play even further forward? Let's hear you.
Personally, I don't agree with that one. I think Gallagher is much more suited to actually playing this role as a 10. The reason being that Gallagher can move up and down. Of course, Caicedo, he can do that, but at the moment, we don't have that proper six whereby we know that person is going to mainly stay there and hold the ball as well as try to cover before the ball actually gets to the defense. And I feel like Gallagher is not suited for that. Gallagher is more suited for playing mostly going up and down, as well as running that much. That's how we actually need Gallagher to be doing that. If we actually put him as a sitting six, I don't think it's going to work out well. So personally, I
Yeah.
feel like Caicedo for now he just has to play that six until we can get people like Lavia back, because Lavia can actually play that proper six as well as Ugo Chukwu, because they are mostly like DMs that can actually play that holding role. So I don't think Gallagher can actually do that.
Okay, that's just my opinion. That's how I see. But look at somebody that agrees with you here, and that's JC. I don't like him, by the way. Let me just make it clear. Forget about it, Coach. Gallagher needs to continue and score goals. He got goals in him, and I'm gonna say this. And if you follow Chelsea's perspective long enough, you'd know before he returned from Crystal Palace, I used to say that I'll take him over Mason Mount, and not because he has more goals in him than Mason Mount does. Leave the midfield to Enzo and Casado, and believe me, no cleanup will be required. There won't be dirt. There won't be dirt, let alone the need for a cleaner to come clean up, right? Here's the thing. Whatever happens, I think I'm going to say something I've always said. Whether anybody likes it or not, he's the manager's most important player and will always have a place in this team, even when Lavia comes back. I've said that before, and not because I think he's the best we can do. I agree he's improved, and believe me, he can only get better, and he has a place in this team. But because from the manager's perspective, it's simple. He's the manager's most important player, given the selection, the process, and everything. I could have moved Gallagher back there and bring on many options on the bench. No excuses. JC disagrees with you. You've heard that. Why can't Gallagher play DM? He has all the attributes and probably will close up players quicker than Casado would. But if anything, Casado is more technically gifted than him, in my opinion, given what we've seen so far. But Gallagher has shown actually he can be good technically. It's just that he's just that sort of Mason Mount player. People usually all people in most cases don't look beyond his industry to recognize as a good player in him. Yeah, that was the case up until this week. Let's see. Dante, but Enzo was being played up top. Was he really? Much weaker, stronger than Casado, in my opinion. I agree. And yeah, I think let's see, it won't be easy. Chelsea seemed to do well. I think I've read that. Why isn't that particular comment moving away? He has stayed at the very bottom. So every time I get there, I get to clicking. Let's hear you, DJ. The argument about Gallagher playing as a sitting six to free up Casado, whom I believe, in my opinion, would do more if he has the freedom to get closer to the final third, because it's more of a hybrid of 8 and 6 and not a 6 and 6. But let's hear your argument on that.
Oh no, totally. And I think we all saw this at Brighton, because the guy was more or less doing that same thing up and down with Brighton, and he was even scoring goals for it as well. And I think you give him that. I think if you give him that role that he was at Brighton, I think you find he would do well in that role. But it seems like the manager doesn't seem to want to do that, for whatever reason, and rather see him just sitting and letting Enzo and Gallagher do the bit of running forward. So I mean, look, it's an argument. Maybe we might see that next season, depending on what happens with Gallagher in the summer. We don't know, but let's see. Let's see how that one all goes. I think my only concern, is Cuchilla, is we don't seem. It seems one another and either. You could probably correct me if I'm wrong on it, but our manager doesn't seem to trust Chukwuemeka, and that's worrying me a little bit, because this kid is not even getting an opportunity anymore now. I mean, he was left out against the Villa game. We thought he was all going to come on for that game. when he was ready sitting on the when he was sitting in the dugout ready to come on. He then sat back down on the bench. I don't know if our manager trusts him, and I think he would have probably been the replacement for Gallagher in the second half because Gallagher had a really bad first half as well. I think he'd have been ideal to come on for the second half, but for whatever reason or another, we're not seeing him, or we don't seem to see Mudryk coming on anymore either. So do you think they're sending some messages to the board that these guys are not going to be good enough, they're not going to be there for next season? It's worrying me.
If anything, I'd say, yeah, I understand your point. If anything, I'd say he's sending messages to the players, not the board. You need to do more to get a chance to play. And I like it. I was thinking maybe a lot of people did argue that Raheem Sterling was dropped because he wasn't performing. Was rested, and he was going to start this game. And it turns out the manager was, you can say, sending a message to him. I'd say message to the players, not the board. Raheem Sterling needs to do more, and that's because he's one of the top earners. The second top earner after Lukaku, and he's the most experienced, and he hasn't led by example, and has been the most inconsistent player at the club right now. So I would say more of him sending message to the players and not the owners. But go ahead with what you were saying. Sorry for cutting you off.
No. I was just asking that point, because obviously it's a bit concerning, because I want to see this kid get an opportunity. And, we've always seen every time he comes on, he either sets up a goal for Nkuku and he scores the goal. And they have this good understanding, him and Nkuku, when Chukwuemeka's on the pitch. So that's my only concern on that one. On that, in terms of Raheem Sterling, I have to say, he came on today, and again, I don't know what's gone on with this guy. Again, he's just come on and he's just not shown what he can do. I think it was one time when Cole Palmer put a beautiful pass to him, and he was taking so much time to take his shot, and in the end, he only hit off the defender. I think went behind for a corner kick, but he could have hit that early. He could have probably scored a goal, but he didn't. So I don't know what's going on with him either. He looks like a frustrated player. It doesn't seem happy either. So long it may continue with what our manager's doing. If they think these players are not ready for or up to the standards for it, fair enough. I guess they have to sit out until they decide they're going to show the manager in training what they can do, I guess.
Yeah, while I'm still with you, I'm going to come to you with another question. DJ, just give me a few minutes. I want to say a big up to our bro Kimso. Kimso is in the house. Kimso, this is for you. I hope everything is okay with you. I hope that it's just that you've been busy, but nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you. Ivory Coast won, coach. Yeah, they beat Nigeria. Yeah, they deserve to win.
He sprayed that one out.
Yeah,
he knows why.
He's thrown that one right at you, mate.
Yeah, look, even Tabejo is still in banter mode. We're not brother again for a while. We won't be brothers for a while. Kimso, big up to you, Kimso. Nice to see you. And Chelsea won a football game. Yeah, 2 in a row. Have you been paying attention? Up topic, Olaina is a baller. Yeah, he's improved so much. I did say that during the Watch Along show. He's done well for himself. He's improved to become a much better player. Yeah, Carney needs a minute. So does Mudryk. So does Kasade, and so on. Because it just doesn't make sense that we brought Kasade back and he's not playing. Right now, all Poch is thinking is not getting shot. Let's see. Sterling come on and was so crap. We're still sleeping, but at least contributed to 1 goal. So let's take that. Like and subscribe, everyone. We have 32 likes. We should be doing way better than that. So keep dropping the likes on the stream. Let's see if we can get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. We still have a lot to talk about here. Could we Poch coming out of tunnel? I'm not sure I understand that. Big up the panel. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes. JC Poch is a cut. Wow. I'm not going to go to the extent of talking about that. Dante Mudryk is crap. Wow. Poch will burn these players out more in injuries if he doesn't start making some more subs, especially when we up a couple of goals. Yeah, it's going to be an issue. Terrible first half, great second half. What a crazy game. I got no fingernails left. Did you buy them all off Chelsea? Ultra. Nice to see you, bro. Appreciate you finding time to join the show. I only have 2 words: cold Palmer. 2 assists on the day. I think I've talked about this before. He's that sort of player that you will not know what he's doing on the pitch until you take him off. Yeah, he's that sort of. Every time I see him, Kanunwanko comes to mind. He's that sort of player. Even if he comes across as if he's been poor in a game, if he can, but boom, he just comes to life and changes a lot. 2 assists and 1 from Malo Gusto. And Malo Gusto, that should be about 5-6 assists this season so far for him. Let's see what else we have here. Enzo scored two games in a row, and Conor Gallagher 2 games in a row. Mudryk is not crap. He's lived up to feel, but not coaching. Yeah, you can argue has not been rewarded whenever he performs. Enzo is saving the skin of his countryman. Possibly, please consider liking and subscribing as we prepare for the historic game against Man City. Let's keep growing, people. 32 likes. We can do much better than that. And I appreciate you. We have 1,019 likes in the back end. And I sincerely do appreciate that. I was showing that. But nice to see you. More importantly, we all see Palmer is ineffective as a striker. Yep, chances are if he played deeper, he could have done even better. You could say this was a masterclass from Poch. Yeah, you have to give him credit. But nobody wants to give him credit. Unfortunately, even though I think right now he's not the man for the job long time, I give him credit. He did well. Coach, we rise back to page 1 of the table. Yeah, let's come to you, DJ. Let me ask you this before I go to Phil. The question is, how important is this win for the boys? Let's hear you, DJ.
Oh, no, 100%. It's important. It's 2 wins in a row now, Kuchilla.
And keep speaking. I'll be back in about a minute.
Yeah, sure, bro. Yeah, that's 2 wins in a row. We have to. It's going to be a tough game on Saturday. This is why these points were vital today, because I'm just looking at our next fixture, and there was no way. I don't think we're going to get any points out of that game. But hey, we could do a Chelsea thing and end up shocking everybody and end up beating Manchester City. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you just never know with this team. But yeah, I'm very happy with the result. I think it's obviously very important, and hopefully that'll boost our confidence going forward. Phil, your thoughts, bro?
Personally, I think this win is much more crucial, but the game versus Manchester City is going to be a difficult game as well. But one thing which I've noticed just recently, it's almost like these open games, like the games like Liverpool, Newcastle, they are much more easier games for us because there are much more games which you know that no one is going to be holding back, no one is going to be parking the bus. So it seems like this game versus Manchester City, in as much as it's going to be hard, it might be one of those games whereby we're going to show up for the occasion, almost like that same game we actually played at Stamford Bridge and end up, drawing 4-4. This time, I think if we can actually bring that same energy that we brought the last time we actually played with Manchester City, there is a chance we can actually come out with something. But for me personally, I feel like if we can get at least a point, I'll be happy. But a win is going to be a very, very big statement because it's going to help the players go versus Liverpool for the cup much more confident and much more stoked and much more, energetic. So personally, I feel it's going to be a much, much bigger game compared to this one we played. Of course, this one we're supposed to win, but the next game is going to be a crucial game. It's almost like a make or break game for our season right now, because I noticed on the points we're just 2 points from getting to 7th, and we're also almost like a few points as well to get to 5th. So if we continue this trend of playing like this, I think there is a chance we can actually come out with something.
Yeah, here's the thing. This wasn't easy, especially given the fact that we considered first. It wasn't easy, and here's one thing. I was shocked because I know he may be old school, but he has to be one of the tactically astute, or you could say most tactically gifted managers in the Premier League. He's intelligent. By the way, he retired. Actually, they had to get him back after they fired. Is it Viali or what's his name? The French former French Vieira. Yeah. So he's that good. I was shocked the fact that they were still coming at us. And that was because probably they had the belief that they can actually beat us. So they were really coming at us, and they had good opportunities. And let's just quickly look at the numbers here. Let's be factual about this. Let's not, you can say, beat about the bush. We have the numbers here to tell us whether this was a deserved win. But 3-win, no matter how you see it, no matter what the numbers say, a 3-1 win is a deserved win. But I want to see the stats proper. Just give me 1 second here. Where did it go? Did it disappear? But my point is, this wasn't an easy win. It was a very difficult. How possible? Why am I not seeing it here? Let me see. This guy here, it's not even here too. But go ahead, Phil. Were you saying something?
I wanted to ask you if you watched the video of Nicholas Jackson actually coming from the bench to actually celebrate.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that, and he got booked for. He got booked for it, didn't he?
Yeah, you got booked.
So
but
stupid that is,
it.
Sometimes people need to let things go.
And was DJ that said he's two yellow cards away from suspension? But go ahead, DJ.
No, he's 1 yellow card away from.
He's 1 yellow card now.
Suspension.
Sometimes look.
Talk about ill discipline. Go ahead, DJ, with what you were saying.
I'm saying.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, Kaja. I'm just saying. I get. What he did was wrong. Okay, but he's going and celebrating with his colleague. Okay, what he did, the mistake he did probably was run across the pitch. Maybe he should have gone the other way around and gone and done it on the thing. But he ran across the pitch. That's why he was booked. But sometimes referees have got to. I mean, players are getting booked for going into the crowd and celebrating with the fans. They're getting booked for that, getting their all that kind of thing. You can understand. Okay, they're taking their shirts off. They get booked for that. But when you're going to celebrate with your fans in the crowd, I mean, I do not understand what the issue is on doing that. Sometimes referees need to let things go a little bit. I mean, that was an unnecessary booking, but obviously Jackson was wrong to do that. But obviously, at the time, it was his passion. He was happy the guy scored a third goal or a second goal. It was either it was a second or a third. I think it was the third goal. Obviously, because he's him and Enzo are quite tight, aren't they? So anytime Enzo scores the goal, he goes running to the thing. So yeah, I can understand why he went and done that. So look, it's a stupid booking, but look, I sometimes referees need to allow it, let them celebrate with their players.
Just let it slide.
Yeah, sometimes. Do you get me?
Mean sometimes referees just have to let it slide?
Yeah, they do, bro. Because they ruin everything, bro. They ruin it. They ruin it all. I mean, players are celebrating. Mm-hmm. Do you get me? Okay, add the time on. Okay, they're going to add the time on then. Add it on then if that's what you need to do. But at least let them celebrate. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I understand, but still, kids will always be kids. I think if he knows the rule of the game, he should know that he was going to get carded. But that's, by the way, we won. More important, I understand where you're coming from. Sometimes the referees just let such a slide. Masterclass is doing all game from the start. Chelsea Perspective, the greatest channel of all time. Wow, you're going to make me start blushing right now, but thank you for that. Beating City is a sort of a delusional talk that gives Bobby nightmares. We can beat
Who's that? Which Bobby is that? Who's that? Bobby Smoky Signals or Bobby Fairview? Which one is it?
I think he means the Smoky Signals.
Smoky Signals.
Because
big up Bobby wherever he's.
And that's because Bobby will always tell you, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Exactly.
Let's take it one step
at a
time. But we have to celebrate the win. And Kem says that don't worry about a Fina because everything is going to be all right. Yeah, that was. I don't know. I was hearing the music. It gave me hope, but at the same time, I said that's his music. But to me, the DJ there helped us, in my opinion. I couldn't care. And Kem, nice to see you, by the way. And Kem, I hope you're doing well. Do you speak Igbo? And Kem, do let me know. I couldn't care less about the game against the City. All I am eagerly awaiting is February 25th, the cup win, and running naked through the streets in celebration. Just let me know before you do that. I don't want to see you. Very, very tough from getting 4 feet. Champions League 60 is getting. Yeah, we'll see how close we're getting to that place. Running around naked. Yeah, it's just. He let him do whatever he wants to do, but don't tell me because I don't want to see him. I really hope Gusto didn't come off with anything serious. We really need that kid He's astounding. He's been excellent. What a signing he's proven to be. Another assist for him today. Jerry needs to post. I don't want to see that. The type of victory achievement results through hardship is exactly what we need. I think he will do these kids, this crop of players, a world of good in terms of their confidence. I like that about Jackson. He's one that shows a passion. Yeah, he's passionate. And believe me, I have to say this has been brilliant on the flanks. Last game, he was kissing Enzo's shirt. Okay, that's become weird.
He was though in the last match. Did you see it though, Kachila? Him and he was getting the shirt off. When he got the shirt off and showing it to the crowd, he's there. Yeah, he's kissing the shirt.
Oh, wait. Let me ask this. Was that the reason why Noni Madueke snatched the shirt from him?
Maybe. I don't know, bro.
I think I saw that part. I saw the part where Noni Madueke snatched Enzo's shirt from him. That's too much, man. What? What?
And then today, mate.
Where did he learn that from?
Well, I don't know, bro. I don't know where he learned that from. I don't know. What I'm saying is he was... Oh, man. Seriously.
That's unbelievable.
Shocking.
And we won the match. Yeah, I mean, you could argue that, but I think he played well. I don't miss some voyeurism after the cup win. Okay, let's see. Jackson should have stayed there and go in the crowd with Hoodie and lost. So the referee wouldn't know it was him, right? Gusto was very good. What a play he was. So let's look at the numbers. Yeah, let's look at the numbers. In the first half, I think we had just one shot, and they had about 6 shots in the first. I can't quite remember how many in total, but they were the far better side in the first half. I mean, we were lucky enough to have considered more. So XG ended at 77%, but I hate looking at position these days. Expected goals 1.21 and 0.55. So a deserved win for us, in my opinion. Total shots 14 and 13 for them. Shots on target 5 for us, 4 for them. Big chances 1. They didn't create any big chances. Big chances miss 0 today. Yeah, we finished that dinner quite well. I want to see Gallagher's numbers. I get it. He started poorly, but boy, he finished well. And I'm going to say this again. That's what matters. Here's Constantine Dante saying, imagine what Jackson does to... DJ, you understand what that means, right?
Yeah, 100. Yeah. What is he, Constantine, bro? What is going on? Sorry, man. Big up Constantine, man. You love the comments, man.
I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. They're not dragging me to hell. Jackson needs some reimbursement of his flavor. I think he needs that. Gallagher was a fire today. I agree with you. So let's look at Gallagher's numbers here. We have it on the screen. He played for 90 minutes. Goes to 2 deliciously taken goals, by the way, no matter how anybody sees it. Assists, none. Total shots, 3 in total. Accurate passes, 38 out of 44. 86% pass accuracy. Chances created, 3. He actually created 3 chances plus this performance. Expected goals, 0.33. Expected goals on target, 0.38. Expected assists, 0.13. Expected goals and expected assists 0.46 in total. Forget about the fantasy points. Shot accuracy 2 out of 3. Touches 72. Touches in the opposition box 4 in total. Successful dribbles 1 out of 3. That's poor, but that's fine. I'll take the goals over the dribbles. Accurate crosses 2 out of 7 in total. Looks like he took the corner kicks for us, didn't he? I said because that counts too. Corners 3 in total. Yeah, that led to that being dispossessed twice. Non-penalty XC 0.8. An excellent game, in my opinion. Dues 1-4. Dues lost 9. Ground dues 1-4 out of 10. Not bad. So 40%, but overall, I wouldn't say he did bad. It was an excellent game for him, and it doesn't matter how he started. What matters the most is how he finished, and I'm quite sure. Yeah, he's won the man of the match with a 9.0 rating here on a mob. I'm quite sure he won the match with 2 goals. And Gusto, I want to look at his numbers too. Hopefully he's not injured. And it was Michi that was asking during the pregame show, who do I think comes off injured today, since that has become a thing. But Conor Gallagher, wow, what a performance from him. Big up to you, my boss. I'm happy with the 3 points. We take it and move on from it. I have to get coach thinking for each place, right? Just go away. I am big, massive fan of Chelsea FC. Reese, Divine, nice to see you. Please, could you sign Chelsea FC jersey? Wow. Okay. Just join the channel. Maybe you get a chance to win that in the future. Let's see. If you guys don't like the video, then we won't get a win against Man City away. Empty, empty hand stadium. I like that.
Etihad, Etihad.
DJ, I don't know. Any other player you want us to look at their numbers there?
Yeah,
let's do that.
Yeah, I'd like to look at Cole Palmer's because he was very unselfish like today. The only thing that was missing on this kid's game today was a goal. I thought he was again good today. I would like to see what his thing. I think he set up 2 goals, didn't he?
Yeah, he had 2 assists.
Yeah, 2 assists. And
2 assists today,
well.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't. But he grew into the game, as we always know he can do. And unselfishly, he passed for that 3rd goal. He could have probably maybe gone for himself, but he passed it to Enzo. And again, Enzo finished it well. But all I was gutted about he didn't get his goal today because I thought he was okay in the second half. He done well, you know. Yeah, I'd like to see what his stats are.
Okay, let's look at it.
Yeah,
we have him open here. Go ahead. Were you saying something? Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, I was saying for now we just need to take one step at a time. We won this game. Now we just have to look at the next game versus City. We win that game or we draw or we lose, whatever. We look to the next game. That's how we can actually build something as a young club, because I see we're still young. We have young players as well. So with them winning like this, they just need to take one step at a time, because that game versus City, it might be a difficult game, but it might end up being one of those easier games as well compared to like these low block games. Because I think after City in the league, we're supposed to play Brentford, I think, which is going to be a more difficult game because they are going to park the bus almost like the whole game. So at least we just need to take one step at a time.
Agreed. And I'll be honest with you as well. I think for Saturday's game, Chilla, I think one player who's definitely going to be up for that game, and I think it's back at his home stadium, is going to be Cole Palmer. I'll be interested to see how that kid is going to be up for that game on Saturday. I'll tell you that.
He will be fired up.
100%.
Yeah, you would want to prove a point that why did you guys actually sell me? I should have stayed here, but we'll just see. But I think he wants to prove a point somehow.
100% he does.
He nearly scored a delicious goal the last time we played them, where he dribbled nearly 6 players, but was unlucky. The final touch was a bit too much and didn't get to the ball. I'll come back to the panel before we look at Cole Palmer's numbers. Let's see what we have in the chat. The shots were pretty straightforward. I was more looking at a position, and he usually does not get in those positions. Changes a second half, opened it up for him. They didn't mark him. Was busy with Palmer and Nkunku, and he took his chances, and I'm impressed by that. I saw impressed more with Gallagher taking up the position, running into danger cuts, half spaces, and all those things. Poch and probation has to flick in the waiting. That may well be the case, but I don't know. But right now, I want to talk about this win. I have to be honest with you. And I'm going to say this. I don't think Flick would do well in the Premier League, but that's a discussion for another day anyway. It's not because in the Premier League, you'd have to know how to be pragmatic one way or the other. Pep has become pragmatic by signing more physical players than usual. He's not just paying attention to flair. He's paying attention to strong, powerful players that are good on the ball, not just only good on the ball. So, Palmer was selfish until game opened up and had a free option to pass, which was Gallagher. Keep the pressure high on Poch. It seems to be working. It's not easy to get rid of positive vibes. I think I agree with you. Maybe the pressure is making a huge difference. The pressure has led to him not starting Raheem Sterling. Because I'm going to say this, I've said it 10 times over. Raheem Sterling, he's more of a liability than he's helped to the current Chelsea 11, Chelsea squad, so to speak. The C in Jackson, and Jackson need to be punished for getting unwanted yellow cards. Okay, these fans will turn on Poch into a winning mentality, coach, with ruthless pressure. I hope it happens. I will take it. As I've always said, Chelsea is the entity I support. As long as he's still the manager for the club, I'll support him, even though I don't think he's the man for the job long term. But yeah, you heard my opinion. Jackson as left wing was cooking. Yeah, he's an intelligent player. Actually, the only thing that isn't his thing is putting away all the chances created for him. But on the flanks, he holds up the ball very well, looks up and finds a good pass and progressive passes. Actually, he usually doesn't go horizontal, in my opinion. Yep. Let's see what else we have here. Because has punished our league leading yellow cards counts. Yeah, it doesn't look like that will subside anytime soon. So let's look at Palmer's numbers. He played for 90 minutes, football rating 8.6, assist in total 2. Yeah, total shots are 3 in total. Accurate passes 37 out of 48, 77%, not bad. Chances created 3 in total, not bad too. Anything else that is important to look at here? Attack shot accuracy 1 out of 2, 50%, not bad. Block shots 1, touches 56 in total, touches in opposition box. 6 passes into the final third, 6 in total. Accurate long balls 2 out of 3, 67%, not bad. Corners 2, dispossessed 2 times. Anything else here? Defense, recoveries 4. He's really that's a high for a number 9 man, in my opinion. Duels 1, duels lost 2. Ground duels 1, 0 out of 2. That's part today for him. Aerial duels 1 out of 1, 100%. So an excellent game for him, in my opinion. The 2 assists caps it. He didn't start well, but he finished well, and that's all that matters. Anybody on the panel want to talk about Palmer?
Yeah, go on, Phil. Go on, Phil.
Personally, I don't have anything to say because I think like he has been one of our best signings this summer, and I think he's going to continue. And personally, I think if he continues this way, there's a chance he might finish the season with over 40 goal contributions, which is going to be insane because we haven't seen that in a long, long time. And I feel like he's now turning to be one of our most important players because of how he's performing. Say that every game he has a bit of involvement in the game, which is really important. And him playing like this, it's actually something which we really need. And I think if we have players like this who actually put in as much effort as how these other players actually play, we're going to get somewhere. That's something that I think.
Yeah. And I think I've come to learn that he's that sort of player. Even when he isn't playing well, just leave him.
Yeah.
Sometime in the game he will come to life. But let's hear you. Go ahead, DJ. Sorry.
Nah, for me, look, 45 million, mate. What a signing! I mean, for me, the signing of the season by far. I don't care what anyone else thinks. For me, I think he's grown into this. I think he's grown into this Chelsea team. He's made this Chelsea spot his own. You know, from think about where he came from. I mean, let's be honest with you. A lot of his coaching, whether people not to like to accept or not, all his coaching and the way he's playing football he's learned that from Pep Guardiola. Let's not take that away. Yeah, you can tell he's a Pep style player, and Pep's trained him, and that's exactly how he's shown that on the pitch. And you know, for me, look, like Phil says, if he continues going up this trajectory, if he carries on going up and up and up, mate, I can see him getting more, and I can see him also scoring more goals for us before the end of the season. He just doesn't. Nothing doesn't seem to baffle him at all, mate. He has a bad game against me. He missed those 3 chances in the League Cup. He bounces back and scores a hat trick in one of the games, and in the last game or something like that. I can't remember. It was like that, wasn't it? Was it a hat trick he got after the Middlesbrough game? Did he not come back and score 3 goals?
Yeah, I think the same thing. For the Middlesbrough game, the first leg he missed about 3 chances. The second leg and he scored two
Two,
for the
two,
Aston
sorry,
Villa game
two.
in the first leg.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Nothing seems to make this kid like I'm not going to be. I'm going to. I've had a bad game. I'm just going to carry on letting it get me down. No, the guy bounces straight back up, and that's the mentality. The Pep mentality he's got in his head, and that's what I keep saying. You can blatantly tell he's all the coaching is done by Pep Guardiola on him, man. What a player we've got, I have to say. And I say it again, thank you, Manchester City, for that, and Pep.
Yeah, we got that De Bruyne back. And we have the last laugh, you could argue. And here's something else I'm going to say. I think you alluded to that a bit. He's a very confident chap. That one miss doesn't get to him. Yeah, one miss doesn't get to him. He's not that sort of player that because he missed a few chances in the last game, this game you'd see him sulking. He comes into this game a brand new player, and that's one thing I like about him. I'm happy we signed him. I want us to look at Malo Gusto. That's another signing. You could say, you could argue it's him and Cole Palmer, the two players. You could say that are battling to be one of our best signings in recent years. Enzo Fernandez is there so far, given his performances of late. But I want to look at Malo Gusto's performance today. And one thing I like about Gusto is that fight. You see, he has that Chelsea spirit. He doesn't just play. He's a flamboyant player, but at the same time, he can be aggressive if need be. And you wouldn't even know that the kid, he's just 20. Is it 21 yet? I think at most 20, right?
It's 20.
Yeah, exactly. So what a signing he is. I'm happy. We'll look at his numbers in a bit. Let's hear what people here has to say. This is funny. I'm not reading that. We lead the league in everything. Undisciplined start. Yeah.
We do. We do.
Yeah,
we do.
True.
Yeah, we are the most ill-disciplined side, and I agree with you. Freelance chaotic football, the Chelsea way. Chimera. Yeah, that's a good one. Have a good conversation, people. I like the bromance between you two. We don't have to fight all the time. Yes, Palmer clearly player of the season so far. Yeah, his numbers have he came and he overtook Gallagher in terms of numbers, even in assist department and all that, even though he had a late start. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I'm concerned that we're pressuring him too much, that could be that maybe that may end up becoming detrimental to his development. It turns out he's a very confident chap. It doesn't get to him. Let's see what else we have. They keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Coach up front would have Coach up front would have got us a 7-0 win against the Crystal Palace. We need a proper striker on the pitch. We wouldn't have a problem in the first half. I think, but let's see. I think we're definitely signing a striker in the summer. Who? I honestly do not know, and I have to let you know that. Let's see what else we have here. I think I've addressed that one. Duplicate there. Sorry, even if you delete message in there, I can still see it in the back end. Gusto just needs to get those crosses into the box. I think he's not been perfect. He's not been that bad in terms of his crosses getting to their intended targets, in my opinion. Coach was a Chelsea a cup team under Tuchel. Seems like it. Unfortunately, I've never thought about that, but it just seems as if that was the case. He's a cup specialist, but the league, you could argue, evidence show not that much. Gusto suffered hamstring injury and asked to be so, oh my goodness. What is this really? And we joked about that. We get the player back, and when we lose a 3 to injury. Enzo, I'm happy here at Chelsea. We want to play the next Champions League. I don't know where the leaving rumors came from. They had spoken on social media, ESPN and blah, blah, blah. To me, that didn't move me one bit. It didn't move me for so many reasons, but I'm not going to get into that. But thank you for bringing this up. And I'm quite sure this was the post-game interview. He said that during the post-game interview, didn't he? So thank you, for bringing that up. Chelsea Aholic is saying, Coach Gallagher proved me wrong. He was a beast in the second half. He was. And thank goodness the manager didn't take him off because he fought. He fought for it. He wanted to win. And when his thing, he was I did see a close picture of him when we were coming in for the second half. He didn't look happy. he couldn't wait to get going. And I like it that our players came out first and were raring to go. That's because probably we weren't happy that we were a goal down. Tuchel's talent ID was shocking, and his signings were terrible. I mean, you could say that, but I don't want to get to that argument. As much as if you ask me, I'd say my favorite Chelsea manager of all time remains Thomas Tuchel for reasons I will explain. How many trophies he won in under a year, at most a year, and but beyond that, I think he has a lot of issues. Maybe he's lost it somewhere. I don't know, because from Mainz to Dortmund to PSG, he was just brilliant. Then after Chelsea, that at one point things started going south, and it doesn't look like he's been able to recover from that. But I'm not just going to jump to conclusion and say that's the case right now. I'll give him time. People go through this sort of things and sometimes recover and become even better. But that's by the way, yeah. But we won. We won't play next Champions League. You never know. Never say never. So DJ, go ahead. Were you saying something?
Yeah, I was just saying on Thomas Tuchel. You're right to say what you've just said, Chile, because he did have some personal situations before he left Chelsea. I think we all know, and it's not that I have to mention it. It was all documented. It all came up. There were issues going on behind the scenes with his missus and stuff like that. So people have got to understand that can take a lot out of somebody, and that obviously must have done him over as well, because he did have some kind of therapy after the Chelsea job. So there is a lot people don't understand. People got to understand that he did go through a lot after his Chelsea, after he left Chelsea, and he even took therapy. So we don't know what it is. Some of it's things to do with his personal life. So I always like to say I give people the benefit of the doubt there, because you just don't know what that person is going through and what they're suffering. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. I think something isn't quite right, and hopefully he recovers from it. For me, I think he's an excellent manager. Just quickly, Mabaso 5 coach, can you please time out Nightbot? Nightbot is a machine that's policing the chat. It's not a human being, and I think you know that. If you see him in the chat, he keeps telling me to stop spamming. It's my YouTube channel and my phone. I can do whatever I want. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to make you a mod soon so that will stop. Apologies for that. It's a machine, and I don't know how to make it to be a bit more lenient and not time you can say people out like needlessly. Apologies for that. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a lot quick. We have Coach Tuchel, not so good, aggressive anymore. He should have stayed on the drip. Yeah, I'm not sure what went wrong, and I feel bad. Even though if you ask me, my favorite Chelsea manager, I'd say him. But beyond that, something isn't quite right. Yeah, in my opinion, I'm not sure what happened. At Mainz, he was a beast. At Dortmund, he was a beast. Even at PSG, he was excellent and was lucky enough to have won the Champions League with them, in my opinion. If the three teams above us all lose, let's see, we'll look at that. Who are there actually? We'll go seventh. And yeah, you're forgetting we need to win as well. So it's not that straightforward. No player is bigger than the club. I agree with you. It's simple as that. Players come and go. The club remains. It's as simple as that. So I agree with you. Chimera, we play City next. I'm not too concerned about City, actually. Chelsea seems to do this comment is stuck down there, especially in the back end, and I'm not too sure what to make of it. So let's look at this. Gusto played how many minutes did he play? Yeah, he's still 84 minutes, so he didn't even finish the game like the DJ said. Goals, none. Assists, 1. Total shots, 0. Accurate passes, 84 out of 91 passes, and that's 92% pass accuracy. And one thing we have to bear in mind is this: is that his passes is not like those passes he opted for several options. He always aims to progress the ball every time he's on the ball. Chances created 2 in total. Expected assists 0.15. Both XG, XA 0.15. Forget about fantasy point. Touches 132 in total. Touches in opposition box 2. Successful dribbles 2 out of 5. 40%. Can do better. Passes into the final third 10 in total. That's a high, given that he's a defender. Accurate crosses 2 out of 11. So yeah, he should do better with the crosses. I definitely agree. Accurate long balls 4 out of 6, not bad, 67%. Offsides 2, dispossessed 1 time, tackles 1, 3 out of 4. That's excellent. Gusto is actually excellent defensively, and I like that. Clearances 1 in total, interceptions 1. Defensive actions 6 in total, recoveries 7 in total. Duels 1, 8. Duels lost 4. Ground duels 1, 7 out of 11. That's excellent. Wow. Area duels 1 out of 100%, was fouled 1 time. What a player was signed there. That's another excellent signing. Anybody on the panel want to speak about Malo Gusto?
Personally, I feel like we need more players like him because if you have noticed the way he plays, he actually plays for the bench, and we haven't had those kind of players in a while. So I feel like if we have more players like Malo Gusto who play with their heart and they actually put everything, I think it will help us long term. The same thing with Disasi as well. He's actually turning out to be one of our better signings as well because he's
Best
putting
signings,
everything.
right?
Yeah, and we also need to give credit to Enzo. I remember some months back when people were slandering his name, saying Enzo is not worth 100 million because he doesn't bring any GNA. But look at him now; he has already scored 7 goals in just 1 season. He might even reach 10 or 12 goals, which is going to be a very, very big improvement from wherever he has played. So we need to give him credit because he's now actually showing up for these bigger occasions and he's also scoring, which is something we never expected that Enzo is going to be that midfielder who actually comes up and scores within our big games as well. So we need to give some of these players credit, even Gallagher too. He's actually showing up for these big occasions as well. I know for me, I have not been his biggest admirer, but whenever someone is actually doing good, we need to give them credit because I feel like it's actually important for us to do that.
Yeah. Yes, then I'm happy. It's something you said that I've always thought, believe that that's the case. That has always been the case. Is that Gusto plays for the badge, and I think I've seen him occasions. You can say hitting his chest, the badge to be specific. There, he's always committed 150% whenever he's on the pitch, and I'm happy with signing. What a signing he's been. Again, hopefully, Reece James returns and stays fit so we can have them both so we don't have to overplay him or overplay Reece James. We can always rotate. I know they differ in so many ways. James is more experienced, but I don't want to start pointing, you can say, pointing out how they differ. I'm just happy that we have them both. I'm lucky. We're lucky to have them both. So, DJ, go ahead if you want to add anything to that.
Now, listen, I agree with everything Phil's just said. And first of all, let me start with Gusto. Look, I've always, I thought he was an excellent sign when we got him, and obviously, I'm obviously gutted that he had to be loaned back when we did get him. But obviously, he's proven, he loves the club. He clearly wants to be here. He wears his heart on his sleeve. You mentioned Disasi there as well. I saw Disasi today for the first time running into he got booked, I think, for going into the crowd as well today. I don't know if you guys saw that when they scored. He was in the crowd as well today, celebrating with the fans, and I think he got booked as well for that.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he was there as well. So they're all starting to showing they love the club.
More commitment.
More commitment, and I'm glad Phil's mentioned Enzo Fernandez because I've been taking up for this guy for such a long time, and I've been getting a lot of slack for it as well from some of the Chelsea fans. And I've said it, what we don't have at Chelsea, unfortunately, is patience with fans. And what fans expect because you go and fork out 107 million on a play, you expect him to perform straight away. It doesn't work that way. What people got to realise is he's come from a different league. He's got to adapt to the Premiership. When you got a manager who's trying to change his position while he's still trying to adapt to his own position in the Premiership, it doesn't help a player. And I've been trying to say this for so long now. You don't show hate towards a player. I've always believed Enzo will come good, and I still think he will. He's still got a lot to come from Enzo. But unfortunately, we've got some of our fan base out there that want it now. It has to be now at this moment in time. It doesn't always work that way. And I'll continue to go on and saying this. until people start to realise it's because De Bruyne had the same issue. We got rid of him early, and we all knew what happened after that. The same with Mohamed Salah. We got rid of him, and we all knew what happened there as well. I'm not saying Enzo's going to be anything like those guys, but we've got to give this guy time. He's still, 22 years old? He's got a long way to go, and we got him for, hopefully we've got him at Chelsea for 8 years or whatever his contract is up to, and he stays and shows that him and Caicedo will be that midfield for Chelsea for many years to come. All I say to fans is just be patient with them, that's all.
Yeah, we have to be patient with all these players. Again, as they will all, a lot of them will come good. I cannot guarantee that they will all come good, but a lot of them will come good, and they need patience. And the manager also need to do his job, reward performance. For instance, in the case of Mihailo Mudryk, he's proven our savior on occasions this season, and yet wasn't rewarded. And instead, the manager picked Raheem Sterling over him on occasions. I don't think that would be good for his confidence. But let's see what happens. A top 6, or you keep saying that it's still possible. Yeah, it's still possible. So be careful. It will hit your pocketbook. A thought for Raphael. Raphael, he isn't here. We're still 11th. Let's look at the table. We're 10th. We're 10th, and we're both. Yeah,
we've moved up a spot. We've moved up a spot, Kimzo.
Yeah, we moved up one spot.
Yeah. We've moved up one spot, Kimzo.
And yeah. Yep. And I think it's looking good. Hopefully, we'll keep winning. Even I'll take a draw against Man City, but I think we can still beat them. 7 goals. Enzo, is that his goals in total? I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
but
in
we
total,
can end by looking at overall statistics of the team. Yeah. Go ahead.
Total,
what did you say?
That is his goals.
Yeah, I say it's 7 goals in all competitions.
Yeah.
7 goals in total. I think we'll look at Palmer's number. We'll look at Gallagher. Let's look at Enzo's numbers. Then we'll look at the team's overall statistics, and then we can round off with that. 7 goals for Enzo. Maybe we'll look at that. Ninth with a touching distance from 7th. Yeah, a few points actually. Kim, so we climbed. Yeah. All the teams played. Yeah. The 2 teams above. Let's look at where we are. The team below us, they played 24 games. Yep. The other teams, even if they win, if Bournemouth wins, they'll be 30, and they're not going to come close to us. So I think we're good. We just have to keep winning. Yeah. Other teams, yeah, they played. Yeah. So it's everyone played. Yep. That's the truth. Dante 6 goals. All competitions for Enzo Fernandez. Okay, not bad. Let's see what else we have. They keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Anything else to address here? Just go straight down. Yeah, bro. Always happy with a win. Yeah, it does go a long way. A win, yes, but position, no. Let's see. That's pretty realistic in the near future, but our fixture list is not easy. Let's take it one by one. We'll get there. Just win the Carabao Cup and win Conference League next season. It's a strategy, but I will still take it if we make it into a European place, finish in a place in the table in a position that will mean that we get to play in Europe. I am focused on okay. You're focused on the cup final. I promise everyone at work dinner and drinks on the 26th if we win. Okay, I hope so. Let's try Conference League. It's our level, to be honest. Okay. Let's see. Right now, you could argue that's the case until proven otherwise. It's that simple. It's over. VAR pool put 4 passes. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Conference League is where you don't want to play. Need to travel small countries. Bad fields, lots of kilometers. Better not be in that. Yeah. Unfortunately, DJ, were you saying something?
No. What Kimzo said about VAR Liverpool. It's true. They are VAR. It is VAR Liverpool because of what do you call it? They always get the decisions on VAR, don't they? VAR Liverpool, yeah. Yeah. You can say hardly they don't get usually they hardly get bad calls against them. I mean, it'd be legit to argue that, in my opinion. Enzo Fernandez plays 90 minutes. Goes, goes 1, 2 shots in total. Accurate passes 109 out of 127, 86% pass accuracy, not bad. Expected goals 0.38. That's high.
Expected goals on target 0.89. Wow. Expected assists 0.05. That's poor. Both XG, XA 0.43. Forget the fantasy points. Shot accuracy 1 out of 1. Yeah, 100%. Blocked shots 1. Total touches 140. Touches in opposition box 2 in total. Passes into the final third 17 in total. Accurate crosses 0 out of 3. That's poor. But yeah, he scored. I'll take that. Accurate long balls 10 out of 15. Not bad. 67%. Corners 1. Dispossessed 1 time. Non-penalty XG 0.38. Tackles 1 out of 3 tackles. Clearances 1. Interceptions 1. Defensive action 6 in total. Recoveries 7. That's a high. Duels 1 5. Duels lost 3. Ground duels 1 4 out of 6. 67%. Not bad. Aerial duels 1 out of 2. 50%. I think he had an excellent game. It's just that overall the first half, all our players were poor, so it wasn't easy to see. And actually, he still performed. I actually want to win Conference League like this. We will have all the European trophies. Oh, there you go. You're speaking your mind now. Let's see. We're just 2 points behind 7th place and 7 points behind 6th place. Our target to catch up for the 6th spot is Manchester United. Yeah, the more points we gain, the more confident that we're not going to have issue if the FA decides to dock us 10 points. That would be good. Good night, Dante. Is he gone? Okay. Oh, Dante, see you another day, brother. Sorry, I missed that. Watch United get lucky. Yeah, that's a possibility. United are trash, but they are good. Good. Yeah, they've been winning. Good night, all big balls. John Henson from Wipeout. Ciao. All right, see you later, bro. Let's just quickly go through our statistics, then we can round up with that. And I appreciate you all for 38 likes. Thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough. And 1,460 views in the back end. That's huge. We appreciate that. So let's look at our statistics here. Just quickly, players. Yep, let's go with players. See who tops what department. Cole Palmer, top scorer with 10 goals. Nicholas Jackson, second with 7 goals. Raheem Sterling, third with 5. Assist, Cole Palmer, 6 in total. Conor Gallagher is second in terms of assists. Yep, Malagusto has 4 in total. I thought as much. He has 4 in total. And nice to see you, Kim So. Goals plus assists, no need for that one. Goals per 90 minutes, Cole Palmer is topping that. Followed by Noni Madueke and Nicholas Jackson. Expected goals, we don't need that. XG per 90 minutes, Jackson has always topped that. Shots on target per 90 minutes, Cole Palmer tops that, followed by Nicholas Jackson and Noni Madueke. Anything else important here to look at? Shots by 90 minutes, accurate passes by 90 minutes, Thiago Silva tops that, followed by Axel de Sassi and Enzo Fernandez. Big chances created, Cole Palmer has created more, 8 in total. Conor Gallagher, 6 in total. Reece James, even though he's not been playing, 6 in total in 3rd place. Chances created, Cole Palmer leads. Conor Gallagher comes second with 31 chances in total. Cole Palmer is beating him with just 1. So, yeah. Enzo Fernandez, that's accurate long balls per 90 minutes. Enzo Fernandez, 5.3 in total. Thiago Silva, second. Third, Moises Caicedo. Expected assists, we don't need that. I think that's it. I think Conor Gallagher, he's done well. Topping in interceptions per 90 minutes, 1.4. That's him. He's topping that department. So give him some flowers. Possession 1 in the final third per 90 minutes. Conor Gallagher also 1.5, followed by Raheem Sterling. So give him credit for that, in my opinion. DJ, let's round off by talking the importance of this win for the players. After that, we can call it a day.
Nah, listen, coach, it's a huge confidence boost for the players, especially after we went 1-0 down. And we showed once again we could bounce back and get, and obviously our manager Gaffer had a good talk to the players at the second half. Clearly got to kick them up the backs and see what they're doing out there. And the thing is, what I'll say is, at this moment in time, we got to say these players are playing for the manager, Kachilla. It looks like it looks like they are playing for him after all.
They are.
And they went out there and obviously done a job for him. As I said, I'm not before anything. I'm not saying poaching. I'm not saying that at all yet. I'm still got my doubts on that. But like you said, I'm just going to enjoy this victory today. Obviously, hopefully it gives us a confidence boost now to go into the game against Manchester City on Saturday and try our best to get something out of that game, even though it's going to be difficult. But what I will look forward to seeing in that game, obviously, is Cole Palmer. I've got a feeling this guy's going to put on some kind of a show on Saturday. And we might. I'm not saying we're going to get a win, but we could cause some kind of an upset there on Saturday. Maybe people thinking you're going beyond it. I'm not. It's just the kind of thing Chelsea could do because of the way we're playing at this moment in time. And I'm looking forward to that game now on Saturday. And hopefully, if we can get something out of that game, even if a draw, we'll be in good spirits for the League Cup final the following weekend. So, happy for tonight's result. Can't complain. Obviously, we knew the first half was a bad half, but second half they improved, and we ended up being the victors with a 3-1 win. So, happy days. Happy days. We can all sleep well tonight as Chelsea fans.
Yeah, happy days indeed. A good win. Come on, you Blue says Blue Board Analysis Series E. Let's hear you. Anything else you want to say before we call it a day? Phil, Jerry Z says, I'm listening to Kachila like a diligent student on probation, eager to regain the opportunity. You don't need to do that, but we learn every day. You're my bro, and you know I love you, and I want you to succeed because you're an excellent analyst, and I'm not gonna lie. Let's say you feel anything else you want to say before we call it a day.
Yeah, I think the performance has been one of the better ones. Of course, we still need to improve because I see we are still a young team, and this kind of performance is whereby we kind of Manchester United the whole thing. They are actually important because it actually shows that at least our team is no longer last season's team, whereby whenever we got one goal down, we go one goal down, then we just give up and put our heads down. So at least seeing that the players, they are still playing for something, that's something which is really important right now. And I think this is much more crucial. The game for Manchester City, I think we're going to talk about that with time. But as for now, we just need to celebrate what we saw today, and we need to keep supporting our players because they really need this. They really need this. So that's what I have to say. So up the Chelsea.
Yeah, even if you don't like the money, the Chelsea is the entity will support. And thank you for that advice, Mabasa. I appreciate that. And with that, I want to say thank you to all of you for finding the time to join the show. Thank you to DJ on the panel. Thank you to Phil Saves. DJ, always nice to have you on the panel whenever time allows. You know I love you, bro, and I appreciate your contributions.
Thank you, bro.
Your love for Chelsea.
Love being on you.
I cannot thank you enough. Yeah,
thank you,
much
bro.
love. And I want to say thank you to Mabasa. Thank you to Blue World Analysis. Thank you to Kimso. Thank you to JC. Thank you to Constantine Dante. Much love to you. I appreciate you all. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And
big up to the comments. Up the Chelsea. Peace out.
Yeah, big up to the comments.